What's going on, degenerates? How are we doing today? Hopefully you're all having an absolutely killer day. Thank you very much for tuning in. Of course, if you're new around here, I'm GoreCore. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to have another music reaction, and today we're once again going to return to the band Samael. We're going to check out their latest video entitled Hidden Empire. Now, apparently this comes off the 12-inch vinyl they're going to release on April 24th, this being on one side and Black Matter Manifesto being on the other side. I recently did a reaction of that. Definitely enjoyed it. Thought it was a return to form for the band, so I'm hoping we get more of the same here. And if you're not familiar with these guys, they're based out of Switzerland, and I would say they're a mix of black metal with electronic and industrial elements. But before we do that, I do have a favor to ask of all of you. If by chance you're a fan of horror, I recently released my debut horror short film, The Treatment and the Cure. If you could give that a watch, it would mean the world to me. You will find a link in the description as well as right here. If you're a fan of 80s vibes, you like some blood and splatter, maybe a little bit of dark humor, you might find some entertainment in it. And of course, if you do, leave a like, leave a comment, share it with your friends, and help spread the word. This allows us to make more videos in the future, which is something I would very much like to do. So yeah, definitely appreciate it for all of you who have done so, but I digress. Let's get back into the Samael reaction and see what this new track is all about. Cool shot. Kind of a cool way to do your lyrics. Mixed it up there. Threw me off. Yeah, who needs truth, right? Nobody deals with that anymore. Cool video, cool message. there we have it. That was Hidden Empire by Samael, and I have to say I definitely enjoyed this. Once again, feels like a return to form, so I definitely enjoyed what I heard here. I mentioned this before in the last reaction that I think they kind of changed their style at one point, because I recall like almost having like reggae vocals and stuff in there, and I really just wasn't a fan of his style anymore. But this is like the old school stuff, and I very much enjoyed this. Thought it was a lot of fun. It's definitely catchy as we went into it. That chorus, you know, was easy to catch onto. So further in the song, obviously I already knew the words and could sing along. Of course, the words are on the screen, which makes it easy, but there you go. Like, you could easily catch onto the song. But there was enough going on that it wasn't boring. It wasn't too repetitive. You know, this is definitely a style you have to enjoy. I definitely feel like it's got a largely industrial vibe to it, but at the same time it's definitely got that black metal sound too. So it is a cool mix there, I think, and definitely has its own sound. Like, Samael is a band that, well, I would say you could compare elements of it to other bands. I think they really do have their own sound, you know, so I think that's cool, and it's hard to do these days because there's so many bands out there. You know, we're in a saturated market where it's really hard to stand out anymore. So it's cool if you can have your own sound. So yeah, this is fantastic. Nothing bad to say whatsoever. Thought the video was a lot of fun. It's cool how he did like a whole like news broadcast, and then of course we had, you know, lyrics on the screen, but then we also had them like in the news prompts and stuff like that. So they kind of mixed it up and kept it a little bit more interesting. So I think that's a lot of fun. Definitely cool message here. I mean, you know, we see what the world's turning into. So, I mean, clearly, you know, it kind of plays on all of that. But yeah, thought this was great. So I'm definitely looking forward to more by the band. Hopefully the stuff they put out in the future falls in line with this and they don't just revert back to doing what they were doing before. Again, there's a big gap of stuff here that I'm not too familiar with the band, so I'm only going off what I heard. I didn't bother with the band for a long while, so they might have put out a lot of good stuff in recent years. I'm really not too sure. But from the moment that I last heard to this point, this is a return to like what I was familiar with. So yeah, this is great. I'll be looking forward to more for sure. Now, if you're a fan of these guys, how do you feel about this new stuff? Is it stacking up? You know, did you like the older stuff? You know, were you more into their, you know, more current stuff that was a bit different? Always happy to hear from you guys. Always curious to hear your opinions on bands. And again, like I said, anything that I say in any of these reactions is purely just my opinion. It's not worth much of anything at all. Make your own decisions. Have your own voice. Have your own thoughts. You know, don't be sheep. So yeah, if you enjoy it, you know, keep watching them, you know, keep listening to them, whatever it is, you know, be yourself. Just enjoy what you enjoy and don't let other people, you know, influence you. So yeah, like I said, this is fantastic. Video loads great. Looking forward to more. So if this is your first time hearing the band and you're not really too sure yet, go check them out. See what you think. And if you do enjoy them, support them. Of course, if you don't, then that's fine. Can't please everybody, right? But yeah, if you have a moment to help support this channel, then please subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Impale that like button. And if you'd like to get our future updates, stab the notification bell down below for that. Also, don't forget about those socials down below. You can follow me on all the major platforms. The original link is down there. I also play in some extreme projects myself. You'll find links down below for that. And if you take the time to listen to anything, I'd love to get some feedback from you. But first and foremost, if you can check out my short film, I would appreciate that so much. And once again, thank you so much for tuning in for this video. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch these videos and all the support that you give. Hope everybody has an awesome day. Cheers, everybody. Stay sick.